Second season premieres WGN America on January 20th. He's also a massive football fan. Guys, please welcome back to Good Morning Football, Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. What's up, Jerry?
Yes.
How you feeling?
What an honor to be finally back at the Formica table.
IKEA.
Yeah, so the Swedish meatballs come with this table. It's beautiful. Jerry, you grew up in New York. You grew up Jet fan, so you know a little bit about the roller coaster over the past few decades.
It's actually, no. It's not a roller coaster. Roller coasters mean that there's like ups and stuff. It's just like, it's one of those things that at Six Flags where it's just like, it's
sure,
like
and then your stomach drops. All right, so how about this season? Is particularly tough this year?
I have, I mean, this is why you should all start a fantasy league with me. I have a habit of only drafting Jets.
Oh, no.
And Browns.
You're that guy.
Oh, no.
And I'm not from Cleveland. I've never been to Cleveland. But the last time I won, Derek Anderson was lighting Braylon Edwards up, and I had them as a duo, and I easily won that season. So now I only draft Browns and Jets.
Yeah.
And it's been really tough. I think Le'Veon has, while we respect everyone as players and their skill sets are amazing, has disappointed me a little bit this season. And I'm not sure it's his fault. It's been really tough. I mean, I drafted Robbie Anderson. No offense to Robbie Anderson.
Okay.
But
he's a Jet, though.
You're selling yourself short as a fantasy connoisseur.
Okay.
Because you were with us 3 seasons ago, December of 2016. You sat in that very chair, and you gave us a fantasy sleeper, only you did it for 2019. Take a look.
There's a guy named Waller who's a tight end for the Ravens, who I just love, ever since back in the Dustin Pitta days, I love picking up tight ends over the Raiders. At the Ravens.
Yeah.
There he is right there. And it's just, during these bye weeks, like, you have a lot of holes, and if you got a flex player in there, just throw them in. Also, tight ends are so fun because they get in the end zone. Yes.
Jerry, wait, before we get to that, Jerry, are you a cartoon character? Was that the same outfit?
That is the same exact outfit. I
Simpsons
only have
character.
one shirt and I have one tie, and that's the only thing I feel comfortable with. Guys, when am I on the payroll? Let's go. Come on.
You brought up Darren Waller, and we were all kind of like, what?
Who the hell, Darren
And now
Waller?
he's a breakout player. He's the top 5 tight end in the league.
Right.
I mean, do you have another sleeper for us?
You know, I did a few weeks ago. I just, as I said earlier, I love tight ends, mostly because I only draft Jets and Browns. So I'm trying to come up from the bottom of the pack in my fantasy leagues, and I'm desperately, like, taking anyone on. I picked up Hollister a couple weeks ago.
Okay, yeah.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, tight ends, I just love touchdowns, you know? I mean,
Red zone.
I love that red zone channel.
Yeah.
And I love touchdowns. And I love tight ends. I really do. I have a little bit, I'm trying to sell my tight. I'm at that point in my league where I'm sort of really in the middle of the pack, and I need a Michael Thomas. I need a Lamar to win.
Good luck.
And, you know, how do I get them? I try and take the people who I want to trade away. I put them in my starting lineup.
Yeah, look at this guy.
It's so shiny. This is a beautiful player. You take him, please.
Jerry had 2 points. It's okay. It's cool.
Very low miles. Amazing. Go.
So, Jerry, you, as we all know, you have an extensive resume. This dates back to the 80s. Now, aside from the big-name projects, you know, we love the Jerry Maguires, the Sliders, you know, Stand By Me's. What is your sleeper project, though? We're talking sleeper players.
Great call.
What is a sleeper project that maybe we should be hip to?
I know here on the esteemed Formica table here that a lot of your coworkers have also been in commercials, Old Spice commercials in particular.
Yeah.
I, too, have dabbled in commercial fare. I was in the early 1990s. I mean, we're going... Thurman Thomas was like the #1 pick.
I can't wait.
I was in a Clearasil commercial.
Oh.
I played the bully, where I was like, yeah, look at you. I think I called. What was the line? I think I called someone pizza face. Hey, man. Oh, no, I order a pizza, and I bring it to a table with my friends, and I look at someone before they use Clearasil, and I say, remind you of anybody's face?
Oh, man.
Very insensitive.
Now you never work again. That's it. It's over.
Oh, my gosh, I found it.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Clearasil.
We can't clear it.
Clearasil Pizza Face, 1991.
That was me, yeah.
Such a bully.
Yeah, that was me. That was a bully. But, you know, I'm a changed person now. The world is
Call it Clearasil because the check clears. That's it. Check clears up like the complexion, Jerry.
Jerry, you said you were a Jet fan when we came on here, but you were actually in the building for one of the greatest Giants moments of all time. Take us to the David Tyree catch and where you were that day.
Well, I was fortunate enough to, because I'm begging for a job here on this network, I was fortunate enough to be a part of that 100 greatest plays, and I went with my dad and my brother. We were not seated together because tickets do get expensive at Super Bowls, so we were like this, but we saw that David Tyree catch, which I believe was number 3 on the 100 greatest moments, and it was crazy. I mean, just because the Giants won, but also because the opposing team actually did not win a Super Bowl in the last few seconds. It was really exciting.
And didn't finish undefeated and had history and all that.
18-1, right?
18-1. And speaking of history, it's NFL 100. We're celebrating all the greats. Johnny Unitas, Joe Namath, Frank Cushman. Let's get into Cush. His career was always shrouded in mystery.
Sure.
And then there was a Football Life special just a couple of years ago. For those who aren't familiar, what happened to the great Frank Cushman in the league?
So, for some of the kids who do watch the YouTube and the TikTok who may not know who Frank Cushman was. Frank Cushman was the quarterback from Jerry Maguire who would either surf or ski.
Can't miss.
Thank you for the quote. You're right. And he famously did not sign with Jerry Maguire. But we did what are the
Football Life.
A Football Life, thank you, where Cushman had to retire early because of a chronic athlete's foot.
Wow.
Athletes.
We're talking athlete's foot.
I'm laughing. It's a very sensitive topic.
But he did open a center.
There it is, right there, yeah.
He did open a center to cure athlete's foot.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And
still
Bob
to this
Sugar
day,
couldn't help him get out of that somehow?
Bob Sugar, who was the other agent that he ended up signing with, I believe I think they parted ways.
Oh, no.
I would
Cushman
think so.
wanted to re-sign with Jerry Maguire, but
Too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Ship has sailed.
Let's come to 2019 now and talk about Carter. Amazing review, second season. You play let me get this straight. It's a TV detective. You have a meltdown. You go back home and actually solve real crime.
Let me explain.
This is awesome.
Let me explain what Carter is. Carter is, it would be like if I was like David Caruso. CSI Miami.
Love it.
Okay.
And I moved to, I'm trying to think of a really small town.
Piedmont, North Dakota.
Piedmont, North Dakota.
Yeah.
And because I was David Caruso in CSI Miami, I thought I could tell the police. It's a really funny show. WGN America. We have a start date January 20th, and it's really funny.
Nice.
And sadly, unless I get that Lamar or I get that Michael Thomas, I don't think I'll be carrying my fantasy trophy this season.
Never give up hope.
Any tips? How do I get that trade?
Here's your first tip. Maybe not draft Jets and Browns.
Braylon must have killed you because he was a Jet and a Brown. And that's like your perfect guy.
Didn't quite perform as a Jet like he did as a
We'll
Brown.
fix this, Jerry. Carter, the
keep
concept of
hoarding
Carter
tight
sounds
ends.
so funny, man.
Yeah.
So season 2 of Carter premieres January 20th, like you said, WGN America. Guys, Jerry O'Connell.
What do you guys do? Can I keep this mug?
Yes.
Am I allowed to have
Just
it?
run. Just take it. Get out of here.
Forgiveness, not
Thank you.
permission. Okay, we'll be back. We've got the secret to Buffalo's success, right?
Yeah,
Know when
that's
you're at
right.
the breakfast table?
Darren Waller.
Okay, we'll tell you what to believe in. Oh, and I've got some fantasy Top 5 Friday.
I've been playing that
on the way.
Beasley a lot as well.
Yeah, Beasley's good. And we've got all the highlights from Browns Steelers last night and, of course, the wild ending. We will talk.
Wow. So Jerry, did